Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel of Manthan Counseling Center. And as usual, Tips Thursday is back. So, what do you think today's topic will be on Tips Thursday? Any guesses? Like something about children or something related to studies or something related to careers? If you are thinking that, then you are absolutely correct. Because today's topic is how to make your child interested in studies. As you all have seen and as you all have experienced in your life, in especially in COVID-19, that most of the schools are working online, especially for the younger ones, and due to that students are losing the interest, and it making each and every parent worried about what they are going to do, further, what will be their career next. So today I am going to share some tips that how you can develop your interest of your child in studies, and I hope that will help you and your child to perform well in school and to create a path towards his or her career. The first thing is reward them. Just take an example that if school has given some homework to them to write spellings of 1 to 50 in the notebook, and then you have to send it to the school by generating a PDF. So just set a time that if you will write 1 to 50 spellings in 10 minutes, then I will reward you with some chocolate. So that will also create them, oh, I am going to get a chocolate. So they will make it work faster, and their homework will be also be completed, and you will be little bit stress free, and they will learn something as well. Second is make it fun. So while you are studying, it should not be like you are just studying. No, just make it a little bit fun. If you are explaining a story to them, English literature has story to them, and then you are going to follow question and answers. So if you are telling a story to them, tell them in a fun way. Be a character in whatever story you are telling them. Be a character, okay, and try to make it fun to them. If you will tell a story by becoming a character, it will help them to understand the story, and also it will help them to answer the questions whatever are there in the textbook. The next is compliment them. Just take an example. They are reading Gujarati or Hindi, okay, and they are starting from the basic. If you are teaching them k kh g, and they are learning very quickly, and they have really made their efforts to learn them, then compliment them. Just tell them, અરે વાહ, તે તો આજે બહુ સરસ વાંચી લીધું, અરે વાહ, આટલું જલ્દી વાંચી લીધું, very good. Just compliment them in whatever way you can. The next is encourage them to ask questions. While you are reading the story, it happens sometimes, it always happens that students or any kid ask questions, and it also happens that sometimes we just get irritated or frustrated with that. Just don't get irritated or frustrated with that. Whatever questions they have, just answer them. And if you don't know what will be the answer, just tell them, let's search it together. But whenever they're asking question, encourage them to ask more. It will help them to learn, it will help them to create a path in their career as well. The next is reading atmosphere. So everybody is at home, and it becomes really difficult to create a reading atmosphere, but set a time. Just take an example that in afternoon 1 to 3 we will study, okay, that will be a reading atmosphere time. No TV, no mobile, just books and you. And reading atmosphere is not just like reading, just make a little fun also, so they also love that time. The next is put your kid in the driver's seat as much as possible. It happens that as a parent, we want to help our kid. It's completely normal to do that, but on the same hand, you also have to let them learn, okay. Always put them in a driver's seat means whenever, just teach them. If they are doing a sum in addition, okay, teach them 1 or 2 sums, and next 10 sums let them to do it, okay. If they will make a mistake from that, then they will learn it. The next is encourage open and sincere communication. So has every parent has faced that some or the other things our children are hiding from them, either is it homework or anything from the school has given us. So just ask them as a friend that how was your day, what did you learn in school, how was your max period, what did you learn in your max period. Just try and maintain that sincere communication with your child. If you will do this communication on a daily basis, your child will come and tell you, okay, today in max I was having a test, today in English I read this and teacher complimented me. Encourage that communication and sincerity in their studies as well. The next is focus on your child's interest. While you are making them learn something or sitting with them and while you are studying them, please try to find out what your child is interested in. If he is interested in maths, try to focus on maths, and by focusing on maths he can learn many things. Just by doing maths is not like he will learn calculation and everything. Even maths has a word problem. If he will try to read the word problem, he will automatically try to read English literature or English grammar as well. So whatever your child is having interest in, make it as a strong point of that subject, and through that make them learn other subjects as well. Next is introduce and encourage different type of learning skills. So every child has particular learning style. Even I has a particular learning style. So if you know what is their learning style, okay, try to use different techniques. It will make them easy for your kid to learn, as well as it will make your work burden also less. If you will try different techniques, if one technique works for you, it will be a great plus point for you, because it will make your work easy and make your child work easy to learn further things, and it will, and slowly and gradually it will develop the interest of your kid as well, and it will also encourage them to learn more. Next is share your enthusiasm for learning. It is not possible for each and every person to know all the things. Even me at this age, I don't know so many things. Okay, I am also learning from a 5 or a 6-year-old kid. So it happens sometimes that we know something but a kid know it. So and create an atmosphere where your kid is also learning from you and you are also learning from their kid. And through learning process, you will get to know your child better. Plus, you will know their interest in what they want to do, and it will slowly and gradually it will develop a career path for them as well. The next is make learning fun through games based learning. Okay, so there are so many games available for children from which they can learn. There are board games from which they can learn. There are max games from which they can learn max easily. Try to do that. It will help your kid really in developing their interest in study. Next is focus on what he or she is learning and not on his performance. As a parent, it's always possible that we look for the result, but to get the result you also know how good he is performing, how good he is learning. Okay, so don't just stick on what is the outcome, also try to know what he is learning, what is our interest in his learning, and slowly and gradually you will also get the results as well. The next is help your child stay organized. It is a problem of every child, trust me. Make them organize their thing is the most difficult task of every parent. So just set a time, let them organize their things of their own. If they are not getting a thing or anything, not only their school things or anything, even their toys, if they are not getting it, just tell them to search, and from next time they will know from where to keep it. Even tell them to tell and try to organize their study time and play time as well. Just stick to it, that 1 to 3 in afternoon we will be having a study time, and in evening 6 to 8 you will be having your play time. So in 1 to 3 they will be only focusing on studies, and from 6 to 8 they will be only focusing on their play time. So they both won't crash and they will enjoy both the things simultaneously. The next is recognize and celebrate their achievements. Whatever they have achieved, like in sports or in studies or in anything that they are doing, just recognize them and celebrate them. Just give them a small treat. I'll make your favorite dish today, or we'll go out and have fun, we'll go in the park or something like that. Just celebrate whatever they have achieved. Focuses on their strength. As earlier I told you, you should focus on their interest. It will become their strength, and by holding that strength with you, you can make them learn other subjects as well. The next is make every day a learning day. We can learn so many things in our household itself. It's not just like that the kid is going to school and learning something. No, making each day learning day means not only the kid is learning from the school, but make them learn from their household work also, make them learn from their playtime also. It will develop their interest. The next is teach with the age of your child in a mind. Okay, sometimes it happens that a 5-year-old kid knows to do a multiplication sums also. On the same hand, there is a kid of a 5-year-old who doesn't know even how to solve subtraction. It's completely okay and it's completely normal. Just normalize this. If your child doesn't know, he will slowly and gradually learn it. You have to keep the age of your child in a mind. Every child is not same. Okay, make your child want to learn. Okay, just create that interest in your child that you want to learn this. How are you going to learn this? Let's sit together and let's see what we can work out. Try to make them learn from their own things. Next is figure out your child preferences. Figure out what they want to study on a particular day. Even though if you have created a timetable, ask them either you want to study science or either you want to study SST. Just know their preferences and study accordingly. It will be a plus point for you as a parent, because it will create the interest of your child. Your child will be really interested in studying a particular subject. It will grab things so fast and it will make them learn easier. Next is, which is your child learning style. As earlier I told you, try to figure out your child's learning style. If your child is not adopting a particular learning style, change your style. Ask your child that what they want to study, what is their learning style, how they want to learn things, and adopt that thing and make them learn. Access to your child energy level. If your child is drained out, if your child is angry, if your child is frustrated, if your child is upset, don't make them sit to study. Please don't do that. It will not solve your problem. It will, on the same hand, it will create a problem for you. If you are making your child study when he is upset, angry or frustrated, he will not learn anything. On the same hand, it will get angry on you and he will say, I don't want to study with you, please leave me alone. So access to your child's energy level and make them sit for study. Give your child relevant chores. Okay, as earlier I told you, children are learning not only from school but also from housework and playground. So what you can do in a house is that while you are buying vegetables, ask them to count them. So it will be a counting. You will be very happy with the maths that my child knows that this many things I have brought. Okay, make them learn. It will develop their interest in that studies. Follow your child interest. If your child is really good in science, just take an example. If really good in science, then follow his interest. Tell them what next you can do in science, what further you can do in science, what are the subcategories of science, what is biology, how do animals give us food, what are the different types of food that are available. Take a plus point as their interest and make them learn. The next is, do not expect concentration for a long period of time. Even as an adults, are not able to concentrate for a longer period of time in our work or whatever work we are doing. So that also implements to a child as well. Don't just make them sit and study for 2 hours continuously. It will drain them. Give them a break after half an hour or after an hour. So they will be really interested in study as well, and it will also be able to concentrate more. The next is always remember to be kind and encouraging. Okay, this is really important. Whenever we as a parent are teaching to our kid, and if our kid is not really able to grab that thing, then we become really frustrated and we just scold them. Okay, just don't do that. Even as an adults, we are not able to figure out something, then the other person also get frustrated and we feel like, "Arey, what is thing I'm not getting it?" The same feeling your child also has. Okay, try to understand your child, that if he is not able to grab something, then please be kind to them and try a different technique to learn them. Just don't scold them or shout on them just because he is not able to grab something, and encourage them to learn. Just tell them, okay, okay bacha, if you are not getting this, we'll try something else. Okay, and that thing you can make it next day schedule and make them learn. Just be kind to your child, please. Don't, whenever they are not learning, please don't scold or shout to them. Next is don't afraid to repeat. Okay, um, it happens many times as a parent. Then whenever exams are coming on the head, and we want to make our child to do the revision, and when the revision comes, child is like, "I know this, mama, I know this," but no, make don't afraid to repeat that thing. Just make them repeat whatever they have studied. It will able to know that they have really learned, and if you will repeat things, it will able to get you good scores in your exam as well, and they will be in their in your child's memory for a longer period of time as well. Establish a regular routine for studying. Set a time. As earlier I told you that afternoon 1 to 3 is the study time. Maintain the study time every day. You can exclude Sunday as well. That's okay. One day break is allowed for everyone. But from Monday to Saturday, stick to this schedule that 1 to 3 study time, and that's it. The next is teach with examples. Even we as an adult, if we want to learn something, we always refer to an example, right? A real life example always make us to learn and grab things really easily. So even this thing apply for your child also. Okay, make them when you are teaching them, teach them with example. Just take a simple example. If you are doing maths, take two bananas and ask them that how much are total in this. Okay, if you are doing subtraction, take a bunch of 6 bananas and just remove 2 and ask them how much it is. It will really help them to learn better. The next is don't get upset when your child forgets. It's completely normal. Even we as an adults forget many times, many things in our life that are really useful. So it's completely normal if your child forgets something. If they forget something, then please teach them again. It will help them to regain. And you will also notice that while you are teaching them again what they have forgotten, they will also tell you, "Arey, ha, I know this," and they will start doing from there. The next is physical exercise is very important for learning. For each and every kid who are youngers or who are in adolescence, a physical exercise is really important. If they are physically active, their brain will work really nice. It will be really active, and it will also encourage a healthy environment for learning as well. The next is ensure your child get enough sleep. Just see, your child is going to school in the morning, going in tuition, having a playtime. Please ensure they're having an enough sleep. If they're not getting an enough sleep, they'll sleep in the school. Or if they're not allowed to sleep in a school, they'll sleep in a tuition. They will be get drained. And if they are drained, they will not learn anything. So ensure that your child gets enough sleep of at least 8 to 9 hours. Next is sit with your kid. Especially for the younger ones who are in grade till 1 to 6 or 1 to 5, whenever they are doing their homework or you are making them learn something, sit with your child. It will help them to concentrate as well, and you will encourage a learning environment for them. Next is be on your kids side. Really important. Always be on your kid's side. If you are in your kid's side, you will know what your kid is going through, what are his plus point, what are his or her minus point, and that will help you to create a career path for them. The next is discuss study. Not only discuss study between 1 to 3 times, but also when they are back from the school, also when they are back from the tuitions, and also while you are making them learn something, discuss studies each and every now then. Not always, definitely not always, but on a certain interval of time, discuss study with them. It will also create a healthy learning environment for them. The next is make a study schedule. Okay, make a timetable for them, that on this day we'll study this, but also keep in your mind, as I earlier told you, also know their preferences. It will help them to create the interest as well. Next is talk to your teacher. It happens sometimes that we have tried different techniques and it's not working for us. So try to talk to the teacher. You will get another perspective from school's teacher point of view, and it will help your kid to learn better. The next is make a study goal. Make two types of goals: long term goals and short term goals. What will help if you are making a long term goal, for example, that your kid has to learn uh, multiplication sums. Okay, just try to make a short term goal. Okay, today I'll teach him 1-digit multiplication sums. After 2 days I'll make him teach 2-digit multiplication sums. So after making a long term goal, make a short term goal, and slowly and gradually with the short term goals you will be able to achieve your long term goals as well. And also discuss these goals with your children also. Please do that. Next is listen to their opinion. See what your child's opinion is for a particular thing. Okay, just take an example. You are teaching your kid about clothes, different type of clothes. Okay, what are their opinion on clothes? What do they feel about clothes? Everything. Help them learn from their failures. If your kid is facing any type of failure, please help them learn. Okay, if he has making a mistake in a multiplication sum, show them where you have make a mistake and why you have make a mistake, and help them to learn from their mistake, and slowly and gradually it will develop their interest of your kid as well. The next is make your child more involved. Whatever activities your child is doing, try to take a one step ahead of it and make them involved more and more in it. Refrain from lecturing from your child. Okay, as an adult also, I don't like that anybody lectures me about something, so that also applies to your kid as well. Okay, so please don't lecture them if they don't know something. Try to understand their perspective also, and try to analyze the situation and then make them understand, but please don't lecture them. Nobody likes that. Next is reading habit. It is really important for them to read every day, even at least for 15-20 minutes also. Make them sit and read. It will really help your kid in a long term and in short term way really well. And the most important thing is be firm and develop a discipline in your kid. Just be firm to your schedule. Stick to your schedule no matter what. If your time is 1 to 3 for studying, please be firm to them. If they are doing नहीं मम्मी आज नहीं करना है, या मम्मी आज रहने देते हैं, no, be firm to a certain level and tell them this will not work, you have to do this. And also develop a certain level of discipline in them. If you are creating a discipline in them, it will really help. That discipline will really take your child more ahead in a life. It will bring more success to you, and the career path, to reach to the career path, will be really easy. That's all for tips on how to develop the interest in your kid. If you really like this video, please like and share to our channel, and don't forget to subscribe it. Okay, and if you feel that it's really helpful to you, then please forward it to more people who need this. Okay, next Thursday I'll be back with something new tips. and see you on Thursday. Till then, stay safe and stay at home. Bye bye.